Hi, I'm Karen. Welcome to Cooking from the Heart. I have been craving strawberries, so I thought I'd come out and pick some myself. And what better place to do that than Vaughan Farms Produce in beautiful Virginia Beach. Today we're going to shake up the way you think about strawberries. I'm going to show you how to make a strawberry bruschetta, a spicy strawberry salsa, and my new friend Jen is going to show you how to make her strawberry scallops. You do not want to miss this.
Kick it.
This morning at Vaughan Farms with the owners Robert and his lovely wife Jen, and I am so thrilled to be here. Thank you so much for letting us come out here today.
Absolutely.
There are so many things that are exciting to me about this farm, and I want to get some information from you guys. I know it has a really rich history, so what can you tell me about your family's history with this farm?
Jen did some searching and everything. We found out that it was Captain Robert Vaughan brought settlers to the New World. And for doing so, he was given 1,500 acres in Princess Anne County, and that was in the 1690s. So we've been continuously farming, the Vaughans have, for over 318 years.
That's just so awesome that you can trace your heritage and you've kept doing the same thing and kept the traditions. That's so rare these days. That's really wonderful. One of the things I absolutely love about this farm is that you use all natural farming techniques. That's really important to me. I have a little one. I try to do organic when I can, local definitely if I can't do that. But tell me, what prompted you to do that?
We eat it every day, and sometimes we eat it in the field. We don't even get to the house, you know.
Breakfast is corn in the field.
That's correct. We eat
Just
sweet
raw
corn fresh in the field. Yeah, you've never had good, fresh sweet corn, you're missing something.
I know that a lot of farmers, or I don't know, growers maybe, they're concerned about yield and stuff and pests, but I was shocked when I have to show these.
Yeah.
Okay, these are all naturally produced yams.
Right.
And they are massive. This one weighs, this one, 3.17 pounds. I could grab these, do some curls, some whatever, all this stuff, you know, and then eat them. Eat like a half of one. This is fantastic. And this was produced naturally.
Yes.
That is awesome. So it can be done. So what do you each do as far as your involvement with the farm? Are you hands-on in there, or you have this great store right here by the road so people can drive by and pull right up and get all this stuff? Do one of you run that and the other does the farm, or both? Or
We kind of tag team on that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I prefer to be out in the field in the garden doing the propagating of our smaller crops, and he does mainly our big tractor crops.
Yeah, so there's mostly sweet corn. Actually, the strawberries planted, it's a big family effort as far as planting. Today, you're going to see over 21,000 strawberry plants on plastic.
Wow.
That's a lot of strawberries.
That's a lot of strawberries. So then your kids are involved with this as well?
Correct.
And you have 3 children?
We've got 3 children.
And they have very cool names.
Yes.
They are.
We've got Autumn, who just graduated from college. And then we've got Missouri, she's our middle daughter.
Right.
And then we've got Lake, and he's our youngest son.
Well, I'm looking really forward to meeting them, and hopefully they can help me out in the field. We're going to do some picking. We're going to learn more about the different crops that you guys have, and then we're going to do some cooking today too.
Good.
So why don't we get out there and you can teach me about the strawberries that are in season now.
All right, sounds good.
All right, let's go. Robert, what can you tell me about these particular strawberries that we're walking through?
All right, these are the Albions. These are, unlike our most berries that are grown in this area, where theirs are what's called a June berry and come off in May and June. These are everbearing berries, so they produce year-round.
Where is the scale of sweetness for these?
They're not the sweetest by no means, but they're very large. They're great for dipping for chocolate, as you can see.
I've got to pick this one.
When you get a big strawberry like that,
It's massive.
they become irresistible.
And this is that beautiful dark purple. One thing, I know we already talked about you doing the all natural farming. I don't know why anybody wouldn't, because I'm looking at the amount of strawberries you have. I mean, it doesn't look like you don't need heavy pesticides to make it possible to get this kind of a yield. I mean, look at all of these, they're everywhere.
Well, we do mow the middles out, and the plastic mulch does a perfect cover for no weeds. And the fact that we've got a drip line that goes right through the middle underneath the plastic means we're putting the water at the root system and the fertilizer at the root system. Therefore, we use less of both.
Wow, so it's environmentally friendly as well.
Correct, absolutely.
Gosh, that's great. And we were talking earlier, just you and I, about some tips for people gardening at home to help prevent bugs, and you told me something about salt.
Simple things that are natural in the environment. Salt works great, and it's a very good deterrent a lot of times for insects.
Do you sprinkle it over the whole plant? Do you make a barrier? How would, if I had one tomato plant in a pot?
You basically want to form a circle around it, just a small band around it. You don't want to do it heavy because then it'll go concentrate too much in the root system and it can burn the plant up. But
oh, that's good to know, because
yes.
I would have done that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Be like, more salt,
More salt, that's right. Farming is a real good secret of trying different things that seem to work. And it's also a lot of mistakes too along the way. So we learn from our mistakes, and we learn to adapt really quick.
Well, now I am here with Lake and Missouri. By the way, awesome names. And these are the kids of Vaughan Farms, and they're going to show me how to pick the best strawberries. So Missouri, today your mom and I are going to be making some not sweet strawberry dishes. So what kind of strawberry would I use for that?
Well, here we have our Albions, and they're a lot firmer berry. They're not quite as sweet. We also have our Chandlers. They're probably our sweetest berries. We also have Sweet Charlies and Festivals, which are another firm berry, and they're not quite as sweet.
Okay, so these are the Albions?
Albions.
Oh, Albions. Okay, well let's get some berries for our food. So what's it like living on a farm?
It's a lot of work.
I bet.
A lot of work.
So is it better to get the ones on the outside or the ones on the inside?
Wherever, all red.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah, the muddy field right there, they have all red, mostly because nobody wants to go in the muddy fields because they think those are the worst.
Wow, look at all those.
It's mostly because they have a little bit of dirt on them. Dirt don't hurt.
Do you guys ever get tired of strawberries? Like, do you get strawberried out, or could you just eat them forever?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. It depends on the day. When you've been working up here all weekend long, you're just kind of like, I don't want to see another strawberry ever again.
So when you have the people come in and doing the you-pick, do you have to pick all the rest? I guess, how does that work?
Sometimes we come out. I usually come out and help some of my friends. I have friends come over. I help them find some good berries.
Oh, that's cool.
Tell them that if you get mushy ones, just cut off the mush part, and it tastes like jam out of the jar.
So I'm thinking you guys are the real workforce behind Vaughan Farms, am I right?
Yeah, we don't hire anybody. Like, we don't have people who come out here. All of it is basically like people that we know and that we're like really close with that just come up here and they just help out. And like, I mean, like we have a few close family friends that'll work up here. So we're all a big family pretty much.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. I love living on a farm. I could never live in the city.
Wow, that's awesome.
Neither would I.
Well, great. Well, I think we've got enough for what we need, so why don't we take these over to your mom and we'll get cooking.
All right.
Thanks, guys. When we return, we'll move to our outdoor kitchen and show you some surprising ways to use these delicious strawberries. Don't go away. We have had a great day today. We've learned a lot, we've picked a lot, and now we're gonna cook a lot. So Jen, tell us what we're making today.
Today I'm going to help you make strawberry scallops with our fresh scallops and parsley, some butter, lemon juice, and fresh scallops.
Sounds fantastic. And I'm going to show you a couple of tricks I've got up my sleeve. What we're doing today is a little different. We're doing some savory strawberry dishes.
Right.
I'm going to make a strawberry bruschetta, a strawberry salsa. We've got the scallops. We want to take some time to show you all that strawberries don't just have to be sweet. Tell us what you got going on here, and then I'm going to kind of join in once you get started.
I've got already ready 4 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
And a tablespoon of lemon juice and a pound of scallops. And I'm going to cut some strawberries, a pint of strawberries, and about a tablespoon of fresh parsley. And then we're going to put a little sparkling white grape juice. I could have used champagne, but I didn't have that on hand today. So we've got that. So I'm just going to cut some strawberries and some parsley, maybe while you're doing yours.
Great, that sounds good. And also, you have actually published this recipe in a cookbook.
We did our own cookbook. It's out of print now. It's in there, but then it is also the Virginia Pilot, our local newspaper, did their own cookbook based on local chefs and farmers and that sort of thing, and it's in there.
Oh, what a great idea. And I am just, thank you again. This has been so much fun. I've never actually cooked outside like this before, so we're kind of close corners. Hopefully we won't, lose a limb or anything.
That's right. And
she's a lefty, I'm a righty. So.
That's true. And we cook out here every weekend, so.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
So you're going to have to help me out a lot then. All right, well, let's get started. While you get your stuff going, I'm going to start pulling out some of these awesome strawberries and figure out how much I need. So you're using a pint?
I am just using a pint, just a little bit.
Great. A little extra to eat?
And save for dessert, yes, or one of your recipes.
That's true. And while you're chopping your strawberries, I'm going to chop mine too. And I'm going to get about a cup and a half of sliced strawberries for my bruschetta. What do you think about these hullers? Look at the huller.
I'm old school, so let's give it a try and see what works. I just use a knife, and in the field, I just eat around them. Works pretty well. It'd be good for stuffing.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna go the new school way. You go the old school way.
All right, sounds good.
And actually, what this would be really good for, this is one of my favorite grown-up strawberry recipes. If you get a strawberry and you hollow it out, first get it nice and chilled, hollow it out, pour a little bit of amaretto in there, and then top it with whipped cream.
Yum.
That's a tasty shot for a hot, sunny summer day. One thing I've been noticing about these strawberries, and this I saw when I was out picking them, my fingers turned bright red because I probably was eating almost as much as I was picking.
Yes.
And that I've never seen that with strawberries before. And that to me just kind of showed me what a great fresh, natural strawberry these are. They're
Let me tell you, my fingernails are black most of the time, and you think it's dirt. It's not. It's strawberry juice.
Reach over you real quick, sorry.
Certainly.
I did not organize my bowls correctly. This is a first, this outside farm table cooking for me, so. So now what inspired you to do a scallop with a strawberry though? That's
Well, we're
so
Virginia
different.
Beach, and we're right by the sea, and so seafood is where it's at.
Yeah, that's very true. Mm-hmm. All right, let me do a little quick measure on this. Okay, so what's your next step?
Parsley. I'm going to cut my parsley next, and I need about a tablespoon.
Alrighty. And I am going to use some basil. You do sell different produce and also herbs, and the last time I was here, I bought some peppers and some tomato plants and also some herbs. And I have never seen basil this big. Look at the size of that basil leaf. They're massive.
They're amazing.
And I have a very ungreen thumb. So if these
Basil is a pretty easy thing to grow. Put it in the ground in this area and it'll grow.
Well, anyways, I'm amazed. So you must come by the basil here because it is awesome. I'm using this wonderful basil. I'm going to get about a tablespoon and a half to 2 tablespoons, really thinly sliced.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to get a quarter cup of my sparkling juice. Now, I'm using sparkling apple grape juice today because I didn't have any champagne at the house. But,
okay, and it doesn't make a difference?
It doesn't really make a difference.
Great. Is it sweet? Could you use like a sweet wine or?
You sure could. You could use anything. Again, you take this, you could actually switch out the herbs. You could switch out the fruit if you wanted to, or switch out for shrimp. So it's a good base recipe that you can make your own based on what you have in your house.
Oh, great. What's your next step?
Cook.
So we have a hot plate here.
Yes.
And a pan, and hopefully that will do to cook everything up. All right, so let's grab this hot plate and bring it over here. Whoa.
We're going to put it at medium-high heat.
All right, and we got a pan.
That's right. We'll let that heat up just a few minutes before we get started.
Okay, so you're just waiting for that to heat up.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go ahead and I've got a shallot. This is a bruschetta topping, so if you like things a little spicier or less, I mean, it's all up to you. That's the great thing about cooking is you gotta make it your own, right?
Right.
And just like with onions, when I cut them, I always just kind of leave the little bud on there. It keeps them together. It's easier to slice. And I've said this before, but because of the layers, I don't know if when you dice onions, you do the thing this way.
Oh no, I'll cut my fingers.
Okay, yeah, I don't do that way because all the little layers, it comes apart anyways.
Right.
So I don't find the need to. And you just want to really finely mince this this shallot because it is, has that oniony flavor, and you don't want to bite in just a big old honkin' piece of onion. I'm just going to mince this up real small. All right, I think we are good.
Getting hotter.
Is it getting hot?
Difference from outside cooking to inside cooking is temperature control.
Well, I'm going to add a mango to my bruschetta, and there are so many different ways to peel them. Some people cut them in half and score them and then flip them inside out.
Right.
I like the little serrated peeler because it does a really thin peel, so you're not losing a lot of the fruit.
Right.
They do get a little slippery to hold on to, but
it's one of my daughter's favorite fruits.
oh, they're
And I
so
always just
good.
give them to her and let her figure it out.
Okay, so I've got my mango peeled, and I'm going to just dice it and put it in here. I'm also going to add about a cup of cherry tomatoes, and I'm just going to cut them into quarters and mix those in. Okay, well, why don't you go ahead and get those started?
Okay.
And I'm just going to add some olive oil, some vinegar, and some salt and pepper.
Don't move a muscle. When we get back, Jen gets sizzling with scallops, and I'm going to show you how to make my spicy strawberry salsa. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now that I'm almost finished with my bruschetta, Jen is going to start cooking these scallops.
Okay, I'm going to start with my 4 tablespoons of butter. Let's hope I don't have this pan too hot. Again, outside cooking is always fun. I turn it down quite a bit. And as that butter's melting, I'm going to add the lemon juice.
Ooh. Butter just smells so good. Wow. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vinegar and try not to way over pour it, so wish me luck. Maybe I'll do it from over here, just in case. You could use balsamic in this, and that would be great. I just prefer the apple cider. Wow, these are
Those are
great.
beautiful.
All right.
Not too hot now.
There you go.
And then I'm just going to bump them in the...
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to my bruschetta topping. And I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. We'll do about a teaspoon. You can do more if you like, obviously. Okay. Oh, a teaspoon of sugar is my final ingredient. And that's just gonna mellow some of the acidity we have between the strawberries and the tomatoes and the vinegar.
So we're just going to let these sit for a few minutes while they brown on each side. Don't want to mess with them too much, but and again, out here in this uncontrolled heat, it's going to be interesting.
But it's still better than being in a hot kitchen.
It is.
I'm gonna mix this up. Doesn't that just look beautiful with all of those colors?
All those colors are nice.
Oh, I love it. And this is something you can serve right away. Obviously, the longer you let it sit, the more those fruits and stuff will macerate. Well, I guess tomatoes are fruit. They're all fruits.
They are.
The more they'll macerate and just the juices will blend and all good stuff. I have already pre-made some bruschetta.
Okay.
And it's just, I took a French bread and sliced it at an angle so you have a little more space. And then I put a little bit of olive oil on top and put it under the broiler just for a minute or 2. So you have this nice crunchy piece of bread. Pull some of these out. Let's do a couple right now, and then I'll get them all on our fancy little plate. And I've got some goat cheese. Gonna spread a nice little layer on the bruschetta and then top it with our topping, and we're done.
I'm going to pour my sparkling grape juice in here just to give it a little.
Again?
It's a quarter cup.
Quarter cup. So we've got butter,
Lemon juice,
Lemon juice.
the scallops, and then a quarter cup of either champagne or sparkling grape juice, whichever you have. And it's just to add some flavor.
now I'm just going to spoon some of this on top.
I'm going to sprinkle that fresh cut parsley. We're almost finished with these.
Great. Well, maybe when we're done, you can help me out with the salsa.
Okay. I'm going to toss these strawberries in here real quick just to heat them through.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Look how pretty that looks. Isn't that pretty?
oh wow, nice.
And you could do this with any different type of herb cheese if you're not into goat cheese. You could do it with cream cheese, just any kind of the soft, spreadable cheese. Yeah.
I want to try and reduce some of this liquid.
Okay.
That I don't always have to do, but
There you go. Here, I'm gonna make this fancy. Put the strawberries in there. Got everything cooked and plated. We've gone ahead and cleared off our area, and we're gonna finish up this. And what
yeah,
have
I
you done?
just put the scallops on the lettuce and then put the strawberries, just some of the strawberries that we had in our sauce, directly right on top, and it is all ready to serve.
Great. That looks beautiful, and I can't wait to
Thank
try
you.
it. Now, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quick, we're just going to
Okay.
make a quick spicy strawberry salsa.
Yum.
And if you could chop some strawberries.
Okay,
And
how
we
many
want
do
them
we
kind
need?
of small. I need about a cup and a half.
Okay.
While you do that, I'm going to chop up red onion. I've got about a quarter of a red onion. And I've got a clove of garlic here, really finely minced because, again, you don't want to just take a bite full of raw garlic. I'm going to do a green onion, just do a long slice up the middle like that. And I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of cilantro, about a tablespoon of pickled jalapeno juice, and then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of chopped jalapenos. And then I have just about a quarter of a cup of orange juice. And if you wouldn't mind measuring out about a quarter tablespoon, or quarter teaspoon, teaspoon, big difference, of that ground cayenne. And we are just about done. And some salt and pepper. Will you pepper me and I'll salt it?
About how much?
I would say about half a teaspoon. And let's give it a stir, and we are done with this. I'm gonna get this all plated up and do some tasting. But that is just so simple, and these are just such different dishes with strawberries that people might not know about.
Exactly.
So it's really good. It's good to expand your horizons. All right, I'm spilling it everywhere. Get this out of the way, and I'm gonna make it fancy real quick. So, are you ready to try some of this stuff? Here you go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try this scallop first. So it's all this. It's gonna be. I'm gonna cut it because that's a big bite. One thing I did bring our knives. It looks delicious. That's it's really good. That butter and strawberry combination is just delicious. Wow, well
Thank
done.
you.
That's a great recipe. I'm gonna have to make that at home.
All right, let's try your salsa.
I'm gonna have another bite while you do that. How's the spice
really
on
good.
that? Is it okay?
I've got some nice heat.
Yeah? All right, let me give it a try. Like I said, this will taste better if you let it sit for a little longer.
Very tasty.
That's good. All right, now let's try this
Try the
bruschetta.
last one.
I love that.
Basil comes out real nice.
Great. Thank you so much, Jen, for teaching us this wonderful recipe, for letting us come out to your farm,
This has
meet
been
your
a fun
family.
day.
This has been a great day. Now, how would people get in contact with you when they want to come out and check out this farm?
Well, we have a website, we have a Facebook page, and we are on Twitter and Instagram.
Perfect. So lots of ways to get in touch with them. So remember, you don't have to be a trained chef or cook to make fabulous, fresh, healthy meals for your friends and family. You just got to cook from the heart. What? Oh, it's not plugged in. That could be a problem. Please hold. Maybe. Oh, see this you just pull off. Oh, it's a grinder. Very cool. Because it should be fresh ground pepper.